The incredible McLaren P1 is now over a decade old. And for years, people have been speculating about a potential successor, but in just a few days, that car will be officially revealed by McLaren. While in development, the P1 successor was codenamed P18, and up until this week, McLaren never officially confirmed the car's existence. But on Wednesday, they released a teaser video for the upcoming supercar that doesn't show any actual footage of the car,
to create the next icon, the next benchmark.
But in the video, McLaren describes it as being a no compromises, generation-defining vehicle that is the best looking, best sounding, best performing car ever. That's a pretty tall order. Did McLaren actually say this new car is going to be all of those things?
It's about no compromise. Best looking, sounding, performing.
But one car has to define a generation and absolutely be the pinnacle in the representation of the McLaren DNA.
It's the pinnacle of supercar technology, right down to the atomic detail.
An expression and a delivery of all the best attributes.
Well, there you go. Sounds like it's going to be the greatest car ever made, at least in the eyes of McLaren. While the video contains no actual objective information about the car, it does display a date of October 6th, which will be when McLaren officially reveals it. This particular date is chosen because it will be the 50th anniversary of McLaren winning its first F1 Constructors World Championship title. Then, 2 days after the first video was released, McLaren released another teaser video, which again did not show any actual images of the car.
McLaren F1, McLaren P1, two of the most iconic cars ever made, born out of McLaren's World Championship mindset, a mindset that knows no boundaries.
But it did contain one vital piece of information, the name, which is officially W1.
McLaren W1.
If you're new to my channel, I publish original automotive content every Sunday. So if you're not subscribed yet, click below to subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you can be notified about my latest video. With the reveal of the W1 coinciding with the 50th anniversary of McLaren's first Formula One Constructors World Championship and Emerson Fittipaldi's victory in the 1974 World Drivers' Championship. So the W probably refers to World something. Now, while McLaren hasn't revealed any substantial information about the car, back in April, they hosted a meeting with their dealers where they showed them images of the W1 and provided all the details of the powertrain. And then those dealers, in turn, reported this information to a couple of automotive media outlets. And from the information they released, we actually know quite a bit about this car. As far as powertrain goes, the W1 is expected to utilize a lightweight V8 hybrid system that features a brand new V8 engine. And this is a big deal because McLaren has been using the same V8 engine for the last 13 years. And that unit was based on a Nissan engine from the 90s. But their new V8 was built completely in-house, which could be a really good thing because of McLaren's motorsport acumen, or a really bad thing because of McLaren's less than stellar reputation for reliability. And Automotive News reports that the powertrain produces a combined 1,200 horsepower, and the hybrid system itself is reported to weigh 70% less than the system in the Artura. Now, McLaren is saying that the W1 is going to be a sizable leap forward from the P1, which is a bold claim because even 10 years later, the P1 is still one of the most impressive cars ever made. Just for reference, the P1 features a hybrid twin-turbo V8 powertrain that produces 903 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. And even though it had a V8 and a hybrid system, it weighed just 3,300 pounds. So with a reported total output of 1,200 horsepower and a hybrid system that weighs 70% less, the W1 is shaping up to be an incredibly light and incredibly potent hypercar. The dealers who participated in the meeting with McLaren have also revealed a lot of details about the W1's aerodynamics and appearance. Now, there have not been any images of the W1 revealed to the public, but I put this image together based on what was reported by the dealers and what I think it might look like. So according to reports, the W1 will feature roof-hinged gull-wing doors instead of McLaren's standard dihedral doors, an active splitter and rear wing, a roof-mounted intake, flying buttresses, large intakes with active shutters beneath the headlamps, and floating fenders. When I hear the term floating fenders, I think of the Aston Martin Valkyrie, so it will probably have something similar to this. One of the dealers was also quoted as saying that the W1 is much prettier than the Senna. The W1 will also be a two-seater, which means it will not have a center driver's seat like the F1. Now you might be thinking, McLaren comes out with new hypercars all the time. Why is this one such a big deal and the others aren't? And yes, McLaren has come out with some really cool hypercars since they made the P1, like the Solus, the Elva, the Speedtail, and the Senna. So why are they making such a big deal about the W1? Because according to McLaren, the W1 will surpass every car they've ever made in performance, beauty, and sound. But that remains to be seen, and I would be pleasantly surprised if they actually made a car prettier than the Elva or the F1. If you're thinking that you might want to purchase a W1 and you're wondering what it would take to buy one, well, a lot. The price is reported to be $2.2 million. And even if you do have that much money to spend on a car, only 400 examples are expected to be sold worldwide. And this means that the dealerships will be extremely selective about who they sell these cars to. And it will most likely be to customers that have bought a number of McLarens from them in the past. And I mean like 3 or 4 McLarens from that same dealership. But the unfortunate reality is that each one of these cars was probably sold long before the public even knew it existed. But none of this is confirmed, and I'm sure that McLaren is going to market the hell out of this car. But seeing as the W1 is a halo car, they will most likely be marketing it in an attempt to get you to purchase one of their less desirable models, with the dealership telling you that after you buy a few lower level McLarens from them, one day they might sell you the top of the line car of your dreams. Now, we don't know what the extent of the October 6th reveal will be. It could be a full-blown event with someone pulling a sheet off the car in front of a huge crowd and then footage of the car driving around a racetrack, or it could be them simply showing still images of the actual car. But either way, we'll know a lot more about the W1 on October 6th than we do today. Thanks for watching, and for more automotive content that you cannot find anywhere else, click here to subscribe.